Hello everyone, this is July 2nd on a sunny day here in Seoul. I'm Sun Ji-ae, and these are your top stories. In a virtual summit with the EU, South Korean President Moon Jae-in reaffirmed the country's resolve to the peace process on the Korean Peninsula. He told EU leaders that he would strive with patience to maintain the momentum of dialogue between the US and the two Koreas. Officials in South Korea say this hopeful stance is partly based on the fact that North Korea has not followed up on its threats of military action after it blew up a liaison office between the two Koreas last month. South Korea's presidential office says this position was conveyed to the U.S. Earlier, the U.S. top envoy on North Korea, Stephen Biegun, said the door for further negotiations between Pyongyang and Washington remains open. Biegun is scheduled to visit Seoul for such talks next week. Some 100,000 Seoul households with foreign residents are set to benefit from an increase in an emergency fund for coronavirus relief set up by the Seoul city. While the schedule was not immediately known, city officials say ultimately about $25 million could be provided to some 300,000 foreign nationals living and working in the capital city. Meanwhile, the government's moves to stimulate the economy through emergency relief funds seems to be taking effect, as reports say Koreans used more than 80% of the nearly $8 billion fund within 1 month of dispersion. South Korean university students and civic groups said they would boycott the Disney movie Mulan in support of the pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong. While holding a rally in front of the Walt Disney office in Seoul on Wednesday, they criticized the lead actress for pro-Chinese comments she made on social media last year and demanded the company scrap plans to release the movie in Korea. The live-action film, based on the animated version about the heroine Mulan, who fights prejudice and becomes a warrior, is currently set to release here in August. And those were the top headlines. For more, check out our official website. And remember, subscribe. Sun Ji-ae, out.